Hi, this is Anita Hales, and I was listening to some lectures on YouTube by Jim Rohn, the great Jim Rohn, and I had some thoughts that I wanted to share with you on some of what he was talking about. He was talking about the laws of sowing and reaping and the parable of the sower. So let's dive into this. And I think you're going to find some parallels between the parable of the sower and marketing and sales. Jesus was actually a master salesman. He knew people intimately. He was expert at staving off complaints and objections even before they could take root. And he was a natural charismatic leader. And here's the parable of the sower. The other thing that Jesus did that we can probably learn from is he used stories to teach and to do his persuading. Stories. He was a master storyteller. So here's his story or parable. A parable is basically a story with a moral to it. So here's the parable of the sower. Behold, a sower went forth to sow. And by the way, if you don't know, sowing means to plant seeds. And when he sowed, some seeds fell by the wayside, and the fowls came up and devoured them. Some fell upon stony places where they had not much earth, and forthwith they sprung up, but because they had no deepness of earth, and when the sun was up, they were scorched because they had no root, and they withered away. And some fell among thorns, and the thorns sprung up and choked them. But others fell into good ground and brought forth fruit, some an 100-fold, some 60-fold, some 30-fold. Who hath ears to hear, let him hear. So let's talk about this and compare it to people who are trying to build a network marketing business, which is what Jim Rohn was doing. Now here's the parable of the sower, and this is what Jesus said. So the symbol of the seeds by the wayside, that the birds came in and they ate up. So when anyone heareth the word of the kingdom and understandeth it not. So this could be an example of people that don't understand network marketing. They immediately think it's a pyramid scheme, and they're not going to have any part of it. And the birds will come by, and all the other negative Nellies are going to come by and pick them up and eat them up. And the seeds in stony places with no root, he that heareth the word and anon with joy receiveth it, yet he hath not root in himself. So this would be the people that see your presentation, and they kind of like it, but they don't really see how it fits into their life. And so these are the people that don't show up to meetings and don't keep the appointments that you make with them, and the people that they say, oh yeah, let's talk about this, and then they make all kinds of excuses to not keep the appointment with you. And when tribulation and persecution ariseth because of the word, and by he is offended. And so they might listen to, say, oh, I'm going to go see Sam tonight, and he's got a business opportunity to show me. And they're going to go, oh, that's one of those pyramid things, one of those MLM things. And so they never show up. And then there's the seed among the thorns. And this is he that heareth the word, and the care of this world and the deceitfulness of riches choke the word, and he becometh unfruitful. And so you can compare this to people that you bring into your business who become customers, and they like the products, but they these are the kind of people that are kind of like have the squirrel shiny object syndrome, and they jump from opportunity to opportunity, and they're all over the place, and they don't stick with you. But there's always a percentage that are going to be seeds in good ground. So he that heareth the word and understandeth it, which also beareth fruit, and bringeth forth some 100-fold, some 60, and some 30. And so these are the people that come into your business and they stick with it. And you're going to have some that are 100-folds that really get in and just drive their business and become successful, and they rank up month after month after month and become successful in the business. And then there's the 60-fold ones that they're happy with $500 to $1,000 a month, and they do that consistently. And some 30-fold, and there's some that just maybe want to make a few bucks every month to make a house payment or a car payment, maybe $500 a month, and they're happy with that. Or maybe they're just customers. And these are the people that are in good ground because they stick with you. They consistently purchase product and try to build their business. So Jim Rohn came up with his 7 laws of sowing and reaping. And the first law of sowing and reaping is negative. Sow bad, reap bad. So if you don't learn what you need to learn to become a good marketer, you're going to sow some bad things. These would be kind of people that give network marketing a bad name. And the law of sowing and reaping is positive. Sow good and reap good. These are the people that follow the rules, that don't put out false information about network marketing or false expectations. And they're the ones that will reap the positive effects of the good information that they sow. And the third law is you do not reap what you sow, but rather you always reap much more than you sow. And this works both ways. And this is especially true in network marketing. As you sow, you're going to reap some other people that are going to build a business for you, and it compounds your business. And this is where the residual income comes in, and you get more back than what you put into it. And 4, there are many ways to sow and reap, and anyone can sow and reap, and that's what's exciting. We're all buying someone's plan. And so there are many, many, many different things that you can market, and you just have to find the one that resonates with you, the one that makes you happy, the one that you feel really positive about, that you can sow to other people. So you go in there and you buy the plan that you know that you can take out the gate and to the finish line. And number 6, you could lose. Sometimes it's going to hail on your crop, and sometimes it's going to rain on your parade. And I've experienced this. Over the years, I've tried several different network marketing companies, and all but about 1 or 2 of those are no longer in business. And I really was going gangbusters in a couple of them, and they're gone. I can't even remember what the names of them were. They're out of business, and sometimes you're going to lose, and you have to start all over again and rebuild your business. But you can. But the number 7 is if you don't sow, then you won't reap. You don't even have a chance. So Jim Rohn's saying that you just have to do it. You have to make yourself do the work and go out there and sow, do your product presentations. And if you don't do this, you're not going to reap any of the benefits. And that's what's a lot of people would say, oh, all you have to do is get 2 people, and then they get 2 people, and then they get 2 people, and you'll be a millionaire in 2 months. And they give a false expectation of what it is. And so you go into the business thinking that you don't have to do anything, that you can be lazy and not build your business. But if you have that kind of an attitude, you're not going to succeed. You have to get out there and sow. You have to treat it like a business and make sure that you are present every day and that you are serious about what you're doing. So these are my thoughts on sowing and reaping, then a little inspiration from the great late Jim Rohn. So thank you. I hope you enjoyed this, and go ahead and check out some of Jim Rohn's speeches on YouTube. There's quite a bit of it there, and he is the master. Highly recommend looking up Jim Rohn. So please subscribe to my channel. We'll have more good stuff coming up, and you have a great day.